Hello, hey guys, it's Allison, and welcome to 100 Cooks Pajama Talk House. All right, it might be because I just got internet for like the first time in 3 days because our internet has been down. I'm kind of feeling good today. I'm feeling good. Okay, Chef JT, I'm gonna ask so many questions. This last episode, I enjoyed. I know. I was surprised too. But I cannot wait to talk to you guys about it. Okay. I was feeling it. Like, I enjoyed the episode. I think I'm going to ask your opinion in a second. But obviously, I'll be joined by my panel of culinary co-hosts. And also, Chef JT. Oh, wait, Bucko. It's been a day, man. At least I got the internet back. We haven't had internet for 3 days.
Oh no.
I know. It's no TV with children. No internet? Yeah, I know. It's been, yeah. Okay. And Bucko as well. Okay. From now on, I'm not touching my phone. Hello, hey, Frank. Okay. I'm just going to say, I'm feeling good. I know. I didn't think I would. I actually enjoyed last week's episode.
Yeah.
Okay,
It was a good one.
Michelle is still, jury's out, looks like. I did. I enjoyed it. My people went home, so I was very sad about that. Hey! Yeah. But what, as you guys know, we're talking 100 cooks. We're talking I think it's episode 7 now, right? Because
Yeah.
episode
Yes,
8
that
was
was
yesterday.
7.
Okay. So we only had 2 real challenges. Okay. And you know the second one's obviously my favorite. You know what I'm talking about. Michelle is looking like okay, we're not even going to spoil it. Okay. Let's talk duos, you guys. What did you guys think about this duos challenge? Did you agree with the way that they did that? Like having the 5 come in and then choosing the partners? I'm going to start with Matt today. What did you think about the duos challenge?
I liked the idea because it also felt like a lot of the people volunteered for their partners. Like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, I know that guy. I want to work with them. And
Yeah.
in the end, in the back of my head, I always feel like whenever there's a duo thing, I always go back to that infamous Thanksgiving where I chased my family out of the kitchen with a butcher's knife. It's like, no, you cannot stir the green beans.
Yeah.
Put the spoon down and go.
Oh, no.
So it's interesting to have a competitive duo of people who don't necessarily know each other that well.
Yeah. I think it was interesting. I liked that, obviously they picked the five judges, the 5 cooks, and then they got to bring out, their friends. A lot of them picked their friends, which I don't know if I necessarily would have picked my friend in this situation. Some of them are really smart. And I'm going to ask your opinion on this, Michelle, and got like the people that had really won best dish or like, oh, what cooking show? My friend is on a cooking show and I wonder if you watch it. Let us know what show it was. I don't know. Maybe we have.
Yeah.
Michelle, what did you think about that? Would you have picked a competitor or would you have picked a friend? I know.
I would have picked the person that I would have think would complement my style the best.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
That I can get behind.
So like, let's say you're really good at Italian, like someone that would really complement that Italian style. It's called 100 Cooks. Shush. Who's your friend on the show? Is he serious? Frank, are you serious? Are you joking? Okay, if you're serious, I gotta know. I can understand.
What was their number, Frank?
I know. What was their number? What was it? Watch it be number 4. Like, I feel bad. But no, but you know what I'm saying? I think I would have picked my biggest competitor in a way because it's like if I'm going down, I'm taking down.
Or if they're going to sabotage you, then they're going to go out as well.
Yeah. Matt, was that what you would have done? Would you have picked a friend? Would you pick one that compliments, or would you have been like me and been like, set?
I would have picked somebody that I think I could win with.
Okay.
Like if it's somebody, like if I had beef with somebody, I knew they were a good cook, and we could work together. Like in the whole forced to work together vibe, I probably would take it on it.
There's so many names.
It's tricky.
Tell us your friend's name, and then we'll let you know if they're still on it because he has a running list of everyone that's still on the show.
Yeah, they've been through most of them so far. So
yeah. No, you know what? I agree with you, Matt. I think that I don't know. I think that Terry Crews, I think he really showed why he was the host on this episode. Oh, and then Chef GTD said, I would have picked my biggest competition. See, I would have too. I mean, I'm going to take down a big dog. If I'm going down, I'm taking down a big dog. there's 18 people left or 14 people left. Hannah. Do you guys remember Hannah?
Yeah, she went out already.
Yeah, she's out.
Like within the first 2 episodes.
Aww.
She was an early out, sadly.
But
Yeah.
that's amazing that you knew her, Frank. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all right, I don't know. So we had obviously the competition was duos. It was our last Hannah Louise. Okay, well that's really cool. We'll have to go back on our notes and we'll have to watch and see what we said about Hannah. Thank you so much. That's so exciting. And hey, Sheva, Ava. Okay, here's my thing. I like the classic duos. I think that was really interesting.
Yeah.
I had not heard of one of the duos though, but I want your opinion if this is actually. Oh, she's a makeup artist. Oh, how cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, she went out already.
She went out already. I'm sorry, Frank, but that's exciting that you knew somebody. She's better at makeup, I guess. Yeah. Probably, maybe. No. All right. The beet stew.
The costume beat stew.
It looked amazing, but is that a traditional thing, like soup and shrimp?
A sandwich. Soup and a sandwich.
But borscht, no. That was not the first thing I would have thought of for a.
You were being creative, though, right? Like.
No, she went with something in her wheelhouse. She wasn't trying to be really creative. That was like, I make this.
It was a good dish.
Which it won best dish. Okay.
It won best dish. Yes, so they did something right.
What's interesting about that is, Michelle, I want your opinion. I'm at you, and obviously you guys watching at home. All right, my opinion is, I think she was smart by putting something in her wheelhouse because I don't feel like this was the time to experiment, especially with the duos. I think it was really smart. Michelle, would you have gone to something in your wheelhouse, or would you experimented?
In my wheelhouse, but something that would have went together better, like meatloaf and potato salad, or spaghetti and meatballs, or tomato soup, and then a grilled cheese sandwich. Just things that people think of as pairing. Borscht, I don't think it was pairing with anything.
It looked like, I agree. It looked, because I love beets. I'll eat beets all day. Like, I love
same.
Beets.
But it's not to me, it's not a pairing. It's a course by itself.
That's fair.
True. Matt, would you have done that? Would you have, gone with something in your wheelhouse? Would you tried something, new? What would you have done?
Steak and potatoes.
Yeah.
Reals. Because I always feel like this is one of those cases where because you're cooking with somebody else, you can get a little fancy with it. But we always talk about how you have the dish that was highbrow and reached and missed by a little bit versus a well done established dish. And I would have immediately said, get me a ribeye, get me a cast iron skillet, get me some butter and herbs. Partner, you're on potato duty. They better be crispy and buttery and herby, and so help me if you mess up my potatoes.
I'm a steak and potatoes girl, though. Like, and then Chef Ava said, just be creative and but no experiment. I agree with that. I think that experimental, not on this challenge. I think I agree with you that when he used the beef tallow, I think that's about as experimental as I would have gotten. I probably would have just done butter because I'm a butter. Like, I love potatoes, though. I love potatoes.
We're going back to the TikToks here. It's like the beef tallow all over everything.
But it looks so good. Did it all look so good?
Can you drizzle it with an excess of truffle oil, to make it really fine dining?
I don't think he did. He could have.
I want to see Michelle's face when I said that.
No truffle oil. Truffles, yes. Truffle oil, no.
You're not a truffle oil person?
Oh, no, because most of it's made with synthetic. It's not made with real truffles.
That's true. Oh, yeah. I didn't know that. No, I think so we had the steak and potatoes, which we had that from, I think it was 25 and 29.
4 and 29.
One and
14.
One is Justin. I know one is Justin because I remember his.
Justin did chicken and waffles.
Okay.
that was my favorite one, I think.
Yeah. Putting the chicken in the waffle was that's an experimental move I'm okay with.
But it didn't pay off. That's what was so sad. Because didn't they go home? I thought they went home.
No, nobody went home from that one.
Yeah, no, they weren't competing in the bottom. I'll remember.
Yeah.
And then they went home.
Yeah.
They went home from that and from Taco Night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I was like, wait a second. I was like, I thought that they went home because I remember my.
Because the waffle was undercooked. That was the kicker. The waffle was. It goes back highbrow dish where you miss. Conceptual safe dish that you need to nail. Can't put up a raw waffle.
And,
Well,
chicken
I
and
don't think it
waffles.
was raw. I just think it wasn't as well done on the bottom as Alex
Yeah.
wanted.
And they did try to hide it.
Yeah.
That was smart. That's smart. And then Chef JD said, saying that was my favorite as well. You know, I liked that one. I thought that was really interesting. The steak and the potatoes. Was that, you said it was 4. Wasn't that, was that when you were
Yeah, the
saying he was
fondant
really showing
potatoes,
his
the carrot
skills?
4 and
puree.
29.
Yeah.
Was that where you were
The
saying
nasty, the carrot puree could have been cut. You didn't need a full dish. You needed a pairing. You needed 1, 2. Putting 3 means 3 needs to be perfect.
And you think that's why he was in the bottom? Was because that, obviously that carrot puree. Yeah.
The carrot
And it
puree
was
looked.
floppy. That was not a very good puree anyways. That was like mushed
Who
carrots.
made that? Was it 4?
Yeah.
Those 4, yeah.
Oh.
Those
But
4.
then he made the potatoes that looked so, I mean, those were like.
Okay. I'm going to call out on this one. You know, my pickiness.
That's what I was going to
number
ask.
4, when he's talking about the potatoes, he goes off on like blah, 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 and Weinberg, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And like, you're not talking like a normal person who has cooking experience. You're talking like someone who has had French training.
Ooh,
so that doesn't make you necessarily a home cook.
Yeah.
He did sound very, like, I've had French food, but I've not been
It sounded very highbrow.
Yeah, it sounded very highbrow.
Okay. Yeah. It looked damn good, though. Like, I will say that. I would have eaten that.
In a heartbeat.
Okay, so we had that. Then we had the steak and potato. We had the chicken and waffles. Then we had the, I'm trying to think. There were so
Spicy
many.
tomato and fried crab. That looked, I wanted to try that.
Yeah.
With the eggs.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Alex made the comment of, that they made the PB&J of their food language.
Was that, are you talking about the noodles? Was that the noodles one?
Yep, the noodles with the crab and the beef. And the eggs. The eggs and the crab.
Yeah.
That looks so good. They reminded me of something that Jet Tila would make. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just like, because like a noodle, he's good at noodles. Like a noodle dish. Oh, that one looked really good. What did you think about, there's another we're missing, so that we were, I'm not as thrilled, although it looked beautiful, the soup and salad. What was the last one?
The steak and shrimp tostone.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm a tostone fan. Like, now that I know how to make those because of San Antonio, I made them for the Super Bowl. I love tostones. Like,
they're amazing.
They're not as hard to make as you would think. The surf and turf, thank you. Because it was the surf and turf. They had the tostones, but then they had like the steak, and then I think it was the shrimp. What was the fish?
Guac, steak, and shrimp.
Yeah, it looked really good though.
I don't know.
The shrimp didn't because it was raw.
Well, but it looked good. Like, it looked physically. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but shrimp cooks in like no time at all. So I don't know why.
Everyone's saying raw shrimp, Allison. Yeah, why was it raw? Because it wasn't frozen shrimp, I don't think.
No.
Or even if it was in a pan. It would have cooked.
By the way, this is a technical question. How do you know if the shrimp is raw?
It's gray.
It's gray. Okay.
Yeah,
because it needs to be
pink.
Pink when you cook it.
Pink is cooked, yeah.
Okay. That's good.
That's how I always know when shrimp is cooked. Yeah. If it goes from gray to pink, it's pink, we're good to go.
Pink, we're ready. And the time management was off. Yes, you're absolutely.
This entire episode time management was off.
Yeah. And no, I didn't see that. Okay. And it's great. You know what I love about having people who know their stuff? It's like you learn so much. And I'm so thankful that we have people watching that are like, it's great. It's great. Because I had no idea. That's really exciting. I like that.
It's raw.
Huh?
It's raw.
It's raw.
I'm wondering if she left it in the marinade too long or the seasoning too long and then threw it on too late.
Because she definitely made up for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like maybe a minute and a half on each side, maybe 2 minutes, even if it is frozen. So,
yeah.
I just really like shrimp. I mean, I'll eat shrimp blackened. I'll eat it fried. I'll eat it, cold.
Hell yeah.
Like in the dish. Oh, it's so good. Okay, so obviously you're right. So we talked I know, I get so excited. Okay, so we had our winners. We had our top team, which was the soup and salad. And I think that it was they got to spin, and they each got to make their own individual decision if they were going to take the money and run or stay. And it was $10,000, I believe.
Yes.
And both said, nah. Would you have taken the money?
No.
No, I would have stayed in.
It's not enough money. Not 40,000, 50,000. I would think about
40. I'm thinking about it.
We're going to be talking about that soon. Oh my God. Okay. So they both obviously stayed in the competition. So we had something that was a little bit different. We had our bottoms teams got to do an individual cook-off, which I like that he gave them another chance. I felt like that was a very fair. Did you guys like that? What did you feel? Like Michelle were like saying yes.
Well, that's giving them a chance, because as we talked about last week, it's too hard when they have one chance and then they're off. And this, at least, if you're part of a team that you've never cooked with, you're at a disadvantage anyways. But at least it's like making it a little bit more fair to give it one more shot to prove that you can do it, even if your partner couldn't.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. And it's a tough call. I would have stayed. And then, yes, to be safe. I thought it was fair. Yeah,
that's fair.
I liked that decision. I like that. So we had the bottom 6 chefs for competing. And now this one, was this the tacos challenge?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this was tacos.
Taco. Okay. I've not liked some of these challenges in the past. See, I liked taco night because tacos are a real big hit in my family, like in our house. Obviously, living in Texas in the South, like tacos are huge. I liked the taco night challenge. I like that it's something that home cooks, I think, would have been like a more even playing field, to be honest, because that's something that a lot of people are familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about the taco night challenge, Matt? Do you think that was a challenge you would have succeeded in? Was this one
Yes, I love making tacos. My one complaint is my go-to taco recipe isn't one I can pull off in 25 minutes.
I was going to say, I thought the time was less. It was 25 minutes?
35.
It was something like that. 35. Even so, I mean, it's like we said with the sandwiches. So I take 3 days to make a sandwich. I love making al pastor tacos. And it takes time to get the marinade and the slow roasting, and I would have probably done something like an instant pot pulled pork or something like that, or shredded pork, like a discount barbacoa type deal maybe. But I would have made sure, because I love the flavor of grilled pineapple on there to give that hit of acidity.
Yeah,
a little bit of red onion, a little roasted pineapple. Generally, just about any protein would fit with that. A little cilantro on top, served to the chef in a corn tortilla.
That sounds so good.
Yeah, I would have gone with shrimp or probably an Asian flair in there. Maybe a shrimp curry taco.
Shrimp's an easy one.
Okay.
With a probably cabbage and who knows what else. But yeah, I would go a different direction just to be weird.
And your shrimp would probably be cooked too.
I would have tasted it.
You mean it would be pink, not gray?
I would have made extra and made sure to taste it. Yeah. Because it cooks so fast.
Yeah. I don't think that we're seeing a lot of tasters. Like,
no.
Maybe it's like, maybe it's just because that's how I learned. It was like, you better taste that food. I know some chefs are, but I'm just not seeing a lot of people tasting their food as they're going along. Maybe it's just in the editing, so I can give them the benefit of the doubt, excuse me. But like, okay, barbacoa. Now, barbacoa is cheek meat, right?
I think so.
So they have a lot of barbacoa, just like straight up barbacoa, like restaurants here, like that, and it's really popular at like parties.
I know cabeza is the cheek meat, and I love cabeza tacos.
Because I think barbacoa is cheek too, but I'm gonna have to look that up.
Hang on,
can you look? Because I actually want to know.
Michelle, use your resources.
I was gonna say, it might be that barbacoa is just like a certain spice that they put on it, but I'm pretty sure it means cheek meat.
I'm still at work.
Okay, yeah. Okay, well, while you're looking that up, okay, so obviously we had the Texas challenge, the taco challenge. I think I would have made, just because I make it all the time, like ground beef tacos. Oh, he says I don't believe so. Let me know what it is. Like,
it says it's wrapped in fragrant leaves and cooked over hot coals, covered pit and ground, slow cooking barbacoa. The cabeza is a head, so it refers to the cow's head. So it's probably a little bit of both. So we're probably both right. Cheek, like facials, the meat, jaw.
Okay. Yeah, because I was like, I thought it was cheek meat. I like barbacoa. I thought it was a cheek meat, but I definitely could be wrong. But anything cabeza, we're learning. Yeah. We're learning here. Okay, but yeah, I think I would have made like a ground beef taco. I know that's boring. I know, but it's something that I'm familiar with. I can definitely whip out. I have a really signature kind of spice that I put to it, which, don't get excited. It's like onions and garlic, and like, it's not that exciting, but to me it's exciting. Or no, that's gonna be the next challenge. Never mind. But I think it was really interesting. Like I liked this challenge. I liked that they, gave him another chance. Was there anyone I liked 29, I liked 25.
I like
Yeah.
the concept of Kim's
Yeah.
black gold tacos. That sounded good.
White people
That
taco
sounds really
night.
good.
Yeah, the black gold tacos.
I wasn't going to say it,
Yeah.
Chef JT, but I thought of the song, White People Taco Night. We're
I
getting
like
I'm
ground
sorry.
beef from the grocery store.
It's so true though. I really
I
am
will say,
expanding my palate though. Go ahead.
to 29's buffalo chicken taco,
Good. That's the one I was
I
going to talk
think
about. Okay.
where he fell short, because I like I've had buffalo chicken tacos. They're delightful.
Yeah.
You gotta make it a taco. It needs to work as a taco. My thought was, he says he's doing buffalo chicken. I'm like, cool. Chop it up into tiny pieces. Put some slaw on there, because the blue cheese is not going to work in the taco. I'm a blue cheese guy.
No. Yeah.
But it's not going to work in the taco.
Okay.
It would contrast in a weird way, and I feel like
which is what
the best way to do that.
Yeah.
The best way would have been chop it up in small pieces after frying it.
Yeah.
Sauce it, taco, and then like a shredded cabbage slaw on top.
I'm a fan of a slaw. I agree with you. The Caribbean tacos were Chef JT's favorite from the challenge.
Yeah.
So what if he had taken the chicken breasts and butterflied them out and pounded them really super thin, like a paillard almost, and used that as the taco shell?
Yes.
See, would you have filled it with the slaw, and then so basically the chicken is the outside, and the slaw is the taco
filling? Yeah.
The chicken is the taco.
Yeah.
Chicken. So I'm not a spicy person. White people taco night all day. Okay, but here's the thing, though, guys. I am addicted to buffalo wings right now, and it's like now you're right. Buffalo wings are like my favorite. Like I'm obsessed. Like I can eat them multiple times a week. I love them. So I think that would be really good. I even would have tried the blue cheese just because I've only had ranch. I know I've only had ranch with it. So it's like I feel like they're pairing it together for a reason. I would have tried. I'm not saying I'm going to try it. I'm going to have stuff to say about this next challenge, but I would have tried it. It would have been really interesting. Could he have done the chicken, the slaw, and then a blue cheese dressing, or would that have been too much?
It would depend on the slaw.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I feel like for that, blue cheese gets funky. Yeah. Because blue cheese can get real funky.
Or is it always like a
well, that depends. It's funny you're asking.
I like chunky blue cheese. I get used at the restaurant. I get
it's like a crumble,
dressing
right?
and dried. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's funny. Last week I was out on Long Island with Marissa and her family for her birthday, and we go to this cheese shop on Love Lane in Greenport in Mattatuck. Sorry, Mattatuck. And I always go to their blue cheese section. Like, what do you got? And they had this great creamy blue cheese. And I'm going to butcher the pronunciation because it's French. It's like Saint Agur, Agur. Great blue cheese, not super funky, just funky enough.
Is funky the smell or the taste?
Both.
Bit of both.
Both. Okay.
It was a very tame blue cheese. They said, it melts really well into sauces. I'm like, where can I buy a wheel of this cheese?
Did you buy some, or will you go back and try some?
We always get like maybe a quarter pound of each cheese and then go out to a winery and be all bougie. But I got a good chunk of it. I'm like, this is really good blue cheese. No, you're not a cheese person now, so much why that next challenge, I guarantee Michelle and I both thought of you immediately.
Did you? Because 38 goes, who doesn't love cheese? And I'm like, this girl. Like,
but if you want to try a blue cheese, it's not the funkiest of the funky.
Yeah.
It's a good entry level blue cheese.
See,
Jasper Hill Harbison is really good.
You said, which was it called? Jasper Hill?
Jasper Hill is a creamery in Harbison. It was
okay.
I went back at the food show like 5 times. Tried taco. I have a small wheel of it because it was so good.
Okay. See, Azure. Yeah. That sounds good. I mean, I don't know. I think that I do agree. I think the Caribbean from 38. I think I had a lot better
84.
time. Who?
84.
Kim.
Oh yeah, because she was the one that did the shrimp the first time, right? She did that. And so she
Yes.
obviously made up for it. But did she win Best Dish? No.
They didn't do
It
the
was
No,
just
best of
they
the.
saving,
they
right?
ended it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. It's like it was. I will say, I felt like this episode. It was a lot better at showcasing each chef
Yeah.
and each. Okay, it made me happy. Did you guys agree with that? Like, what do you guys think at home? Like, do you? I felt like we got to know the chef. Obviously, my favorites got knocked off because that always happens. But like, I'm not. Don't go on my dream team. I lost everybody. Like
There's
everybody's
no way
gone.
you can have a dream team with the show because it's like the
Hard.
flame can be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say one thing I noticed with this
Yeah.
episode, and I
Yeah.
might have missed it last week. I'm not
Sure.
100% sure, but when they called them down, like, oh, chef number whatever, come on down. They also said their name in the same breath. Like,
I think they
come on
did.
down, chef 63, Alexia, or chef 38, Amy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it wasn't even like I had to look. Maybe they did some behind the scenes ADR editing or something, but it felt like, boom, we know who this
Yeah.
person is. And even the
Yeah.
judges, like Chef Alex and Chef Nick, were like, we know this person. We've had your food. We can
Mm-hmm.
address you by name. You are no
Yeah.
longer a number. And I wish we had gotten to that sooner because I feel like a lot of people got bounced without their moment in the sun.
And I think that was something that we've talked about. Oh, but Michelle, go ahead. But I think that's something we talked about, especially when
Yeah.
you weren't here last week, was that our main, it was kind of not a great fest. That's not the right word. But basically, we were really hard on the show in that obviously Food Network is very important to us. And this show has such potential. And I feel like there were some things we feel like that there were
It
some
feels too
things.
rushed.
Yeah, it's like they're not getting their moment in the sun. We weren't before this episode. We weren't really understanding, the chef's background. It's like, and if they did showcase someone, it's literally like they showcased them and then they sent them home. So it
Right.
really, so that was kind of a gripe that we had last week, but I felt like this week, and Michelle, correct me if I'm wrong, I felt like these chefs kind of did get their moment in the sun. Again, all the ones that I really liked went home, but I felt like they did get a little bit more screen time. What did you think about that?
I think
And
so.
Chef JT agrees.
I
Yeah.
feel like they're letting us watch the cooking a little more. Again,
Yeah.
they could cut the host talking a little bit so we could get more judging feedback.
Okay.
I don't mind Terry Crews, but
Yeah.
I mean, we can add $10,000 to whatever's on the screen. We can subtract 2 chefs. They don't need to make it last 5 minutes long
Yeah.
for something that could be a minute and a half.
Yeah.
I would like to see more. I mean, if they slow the pace down and also not do back to back. So the back to back shows, and last night was only one because
It
they're
was
down near the end.
perfect. Yeah.
A 1 hour and then moving on. It was like
Yeah.
I haven't watched last night's yet, but having one episode a week is the perfect thing when you try and slam them through, especially when you start off with 100 and you
Yeah.
get rid of a whole bunch at the beginning. You can't bond with the show. You can't identify with the show.
Yeah.
And I want to really bad because they're kind of my people in a way, but
Yeah.
we don't get to know them. I would like them to be my people. Hint. So
Okay, but you know what I like about that, Michelle? I think you're hitting on something. I feel like, okay, I really understood why Terry Crews was, and I felt like sometimes people underestimate the potential of a host. Everyone says, "Oh, I can talk, I can be a host." And there's so many more nuances that go into hosting. It's like you have to be prepared, you have to be able to think on your feet, you have to be able to control the situation, you have to be able to turn if the audience, or the chefs are going negative, you have to be able to flip it around. Likewise, if everyone's really boring, you have to be able to turn up the heat. So it's like there's so many things host, which I mean, like we understand, like have to do. And I felt, I was a little wishy-washy just because it's like I felt like, Terry Crews isn't known for being a chef, even the fact that we love him as, a host. But I felt like this episode proved why he needed to be there, especially with this cheese challenge. Because I know we're going to go into it, but when that's not right, 57? 57? 58.
the quesadilla tacos.
Yep.
Okay.
What number was she?
She is
57.
57. Oh, I
57.
felt so bad for her.
Okay, but he was able
Broke my heart.
to that was genuine. Like when he went over there and she obviously didn't finish and she had nothing on the plate. And it was like the look that he gave was so genuine and it was so warming. And it's like the hug that he gave her and just the way he controlled everybody because everyone was like, obviously she's going home. Like she didn't get anything else. Like everyone knew she was going home. She knew she was going home, but he was able to really adapt to the situation. And I liked that Chef Nick went up there and gave her the hug, and then Chef Alex. And I feel like the thing that killed me, I felt so bad for her. Yes.
Oh, I was like a gut punch.
Rip
It's
my
like
heart
when
out.
I'm doing my fair baking, and all of a sudden the year I forgot the pie at home.
Yeah.
And we
Oh
barely,
no.
yeah, it was cooling. We put it off to the side because we had already had 25
Oh,
things
no.
in 2 cars, and I forgot the one. So they let us bring it, but it was like, it's a gut punch. It's hard to explain, but you're just like, man, I wish they'd been able to have somebody who was done jump over and help her. Because I would have. If I'd seen she was struggling, I'd ask, what she would need help with.
Well, especially since she took the time to make the tortillas
You
by
can't rush tortillas.
no, and it
Can't
was
rush tortillas.
crumbling, it was falling apart, and it was just like I just really appreciated it. It was like Chef Terry saw that this was going to be really hard, and he was able to kind of not soften the blow because it was going to be a hard blow anyway. But he was able to really say, "Hey, everyone, let's make her feel better." And I loved
Yeah.
that. That really showed why he's the
It was very
host.
kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you? I mean, Matt, do you agree? Like, do you feel that he was able to kind of take that situation and
I've
yeah,
heard stories of Terry Crews as a person just doing that for other people, and
yeah,
seeing that like character, that just pure character and class of him to be like, hey,
yeah,
this is gonna suck,
yeah,
but we're still here for you. I mean, it was a
yeah,
very, very tender moment because she knew the second that clock ticked down. When I saw her splashing the consomme in with the clock down to like 5 seconds, I'm like,
yeah,
oh no. And the thing that
yeah.
kills me is those tacos are going to be bomb.
They look so. I
Quesadilla
wanted to eat
tacos
one.
are they are one of my go-to
Yeah.
things at our local Mexican restaurant. Like
Where's the Iberian?
when they
Isn't that
have
the shoulder? Isn't that the pork shoulder that we've been talking about? The Iberian? Is it right or no?
No,
No,
that's
okay,
no,
something
you're
different.
thinking Iberico.
Okay, thank you. Sorry,
Iberico
sorry.
pork.
Okay,
Yeah.
Quesadilla is like a style where you cook it
okay,
slow in this braising liquid for a very, very long time. And then the fun part
yeah.
about it is you strain the braising liquid and
Ooh,
serve it on the side as a consomme so you can dip the tacos in there.
Kind of
that's
like
why she had the consomme.
a Mexican dip instead of a French dip.
Yes.
Oh,
And
What if
it's
that looked good.
she
so
could have
good.
saved it? I just thought of how she could have saved it. She should have
How?
grabbed some cabbage and made cabbage the exterior and put the
Yep.
beef in it.
Done like a lettuce wrap type deal.
Yeah, call it wrap
Oh,
because it's still like a taco.
It would have been something
that's
on the
true.
plate, but I feel like with a lot of these home chefs,
Yeah,
it's a lot harder to see the pivots.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like we would think of something like that because we watch a lot of Food Network. We're obviously dialed in. Like, okay, if it's not
yeah,
cooking, throw it in the fryer. If it's not done on the fryer, hit it on the grill hard. Like we have
yeah,
those thought processes. The average person, I wouldn't think
yeah.
my tacos aren't going. How do I save this? I'm gonna make lettuce. That would not be my first thought, at least.
It wouldn't have been my first thought either, because it's like the only frame of reference I have for lettuce is like a date I went on in college where we went to Payway, and it was the first time I'd had lettuce. And so I would not have thought.
I would use cabbage because cabbage would have
I wouldn't
held
have
up
thought of it.
better.
Wait,
Cabbage.
cabbage?
Cabbage would have held up better with some maybe
Yeah.
some quick pickled
Maybe,
radishes on there,
maybe.
cilantro,
I
with a
don't.
tortilla.
I think when I
I mean, you
saw
could have
her,
also
like
grabbed
when you were
pre-made
like when she was
tortillas.
splashing it, like I agree. I had thought when I first saw it, I didn't realize it was the pan, and I thought, oh, well, she has one with meat, one without, and I was like, oh God. Because I saw it at a glance, so that was just sad.
Yeah.
But then it was like, okay, we had that one, which was sad, but then we also had, okay, obviously it was cheesy, cheesy, cheesy. What did you think about the lasagna, the shrimp lasagna? Other than her blouse is really pretty. I liked her blouse. I thought it was really pretty. What did you think about the shrimp lasagna, Michelle?
Bold choice.
Is that not a normal thing? Do people not have shrimp lasagna? I'm not a big lasagna person,
Okay,
so
so she
I don't
just
know.
took the whole shrimp and put them in their whole. What I would have done
Cut them up.
was I would have cooked them like she did, chopped them up so you can get smaller bites and it's easier to eat. Because
Okay.
when I'm making anything for dinner, it's
Yeah.
make it pretty, but you want to be able to eat it. You don't have to fight your dinner because you have kids.
Sure.
What happens if they have a big piece of something? They're going to wind up wearing something. So
That's true.
and
That's
with
true.
cheese, if it's a stringy cheese, yeah, and where
Because
she's
it was a
listed out
5, she did 5 cheeses. So it was a lot of cheese. But it
A lot of
was,
cheese.
cheese was the challenge. So I didn't know, first of all, as a person who does not typically eat lasagna, I didn't know if 5
or
cheeses was,
cheese.
or cheese, I don't know. Let's be real. I didn't know 5 cheeses is like normal for lasagna. And then
It's a lot of
I
cheese.
second of all didn't 4 cheese. It's pretty much mozzarella, right? Or everyone called it mozzarella. What they say? It was they
You
all
put the mozzarella in the ricotta.
they all said it that very fancy way. I thought it's
I got
mozzarella.
family
But,
from Long Island. It's the mozzarella and the ricotta.
so it's the way to say. Okay, well, shoot.
Apparently, it's a very like Italian American pronunciation. You know, you put the mutz, hey, you put the mutz.
Mozzarella. Okay, I'm still. I don't know.
You get the gabagool.
You know, honestly, if I had to make a cheese dish, I would have made the lasagna, but I would have used cottage cheese because I really like cottage cheese instead of cottage cheese instead of a like I could
Ricotta.
have put I could have put like a Parmesan on top, but I think that might. But then other side of the coin here, the tomato cheese from the one that went home, 38,
38. Yep,
38.
Oh,
Amy.
What did
her
you think about
stoop.
that? The
She
stew and
was
a
setting
steak.
herself up to fail.
You didn't like
That
because it was more of a ragu because it had more of that meat, or
That was not a cheese dish.
was not cheese dish.
because there was more pasta, because there was more. What do you think? Yeah,
It wasn't cheesy.
If she'd
you
made an
don't see the
Alfredo
cheese though.
sauce, no. If she'd made like an Alfredo sauce, that would have been cheesy. But a tomato sauce is not cheesy.
Okay, but then correct me here because it's like I'm having trouble visualizing. To me, lasagna is cheesy and lasagna is a tomato sauce. So like, does that
Lasagna
make
is a
sense?
tomato sauce, but also consider when you're making a lasagna, you
You
have
bechamel.
your pasta noodle, the bechamel, the ricotta,
What's bechamel?
and
Say that again.
Like a white
bechamel, the
sauce.
cheese sauce.
Yeah,
white
yeah.
sauce.
Okay, yeah,
Like you have layers in there that aren't just tomato sauce.
that is true. Okay,
Like
yeah.
you could make the case: is spaghetti and meatballs a cheesy dish because you sprinkle Parmesan on top?
No, I can see what you're saying because it's visually I was having a hard time. And then he said it's a pasta dish with cheese on it, which is
Yeah,
what you guys would agree with that?
Yeah.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Although I
Even
would have
though
gone completely off the rails with that
what would
personally.
you have done? What would you have done with this challenge? I would have made lasagna with cottage cheese. What would you have made?
I immediately thought of Philly cheesesteak with a full-blown like cheese sauce from scratch.
Okay, because I would say Philly cheesesteak to me
Like
is not a
drown
cheese.
that sucker in
Okay.
cheese, make the bechamel into a proper cheese sauce, throw some citric acid in there so it stays ooey and gooey.
Yeah.
I would have made fondue.
Ooh. Mac and cheese.
and
There you go, Chef
cheese.
JT.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Yeah.
Fondue
Fondue.
would have been amazing. What would you made with the cheese sauce though? Like the cheese fondue, what would you have dipped it? Meat?
Probably toasted bread points, then where you put top
Like
them with
that's
cheddar
it.
and broil them, so it's got the cheese on that, and probably I don't know.
Yeah.
Depending what was available, who knows? Because I live on the edge.
She's a rebel, guys.
They sold Michelle the entire seat, but she only needed the edge.
My fridge is allegedly my fridge is getting fixed tomorrow. I have a cheese drawer. It's not a deli drawer. It is a cheese drawer. I am missing having my cheese drawer at home. So.
Well, I'm so excited you're getting your fridge fixed finally. I know that's been like several weeks now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
The risotto was brave though.
That's my guy. I like that guy. Here's my thing though. I hope he takes the money because he won best dish. We've always talked about like obviously from TOC, obviously from 24 and 24. You don't make a risotto in 35 minutes. However,
they don't.
He did it and he succeeded, and that looked so good. There was 40 something, right?
44.
I don't remember his 44. Yeah. I don't remember his name, but I just remember I like him.
Johnny.
What did you guys think about that cheese risotto?
He was brave. It looked like he grabbed the right rice, and if he knows risotto is mostly about time and technique. You can't walk away. You have to keep stirring it. That's how it gets creamy.
It was 3 different cheeses. Did you guys happen to write down the cheeses he did? I know
mascarpone was one of them. I know.
Yeah.
And probably
Parmesan. Safe bet.
It's say that one again.
Mascarpone.
I like that one because a lot of cheesecake is made out of that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that kind of cheese. That's another cheese I like.
It was just such a bold choice to make a risotto, and honestly, I'll say it now: if I'm in his shoes, take the money and run, kid.
$40,000. Bye.
Yeah, because even after taxes, you're still going to get probably 25 to 30. So.
Yeah,
easily.
And then I don't think it's enough. I appreciate that he made risotto, but add something else to it. Okay, because he did just physically make.
I would put mushrooms.
Mushrooms. Okay,
crispy mushrooms on top of the risotto.
I mean, that could work. That sounds. I've never had that, but I would have that. My question is, okay, we've seen people put too much on the plate, i.e. with number 4 and Justin, I think, was that 1 and 4 with prepared for that first challenge where they added the carrot.
Yeah, they added the carrot. 114.
So
Justin
you don't
and Coloni.
think? Yeah, so you don't think that adding the mushrooms would have been adding something unnecessary? Because again, cheese was the theme.
It would have added texture if he made them crispy.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Crispy mushrooms risotto.
Yeah. Cook them in a dry pan.
You don't think, because I mean, Chef Alex said cheese has to be the star.
Hmm?
Okay. The mushrooms would add texture, and I think they would enhance the cheese flavor.
Yeah. And
it's going to be that little earthy funk.
Yeah.
Funk just sounds disgusting. Like I'm
it's not a good food word. And here's I love a funky food, but like funk is not a good word for this.
It's not, because all I think is smelly, and it's like funk music. Okay, funk. Anytime you're thinking about kitchen is going to be stinky to me. No, like
funk can be stinky. I mean, you can think kombucha. Kombucha's funky.
Yeah.
Bootsy Collins, he's funky, though I don't know how he smells.
I like that one though. And then Jeffrey T goes, I agree. You know, I will say it's like I was really not liking this. I mean, I hate saying that again. It was really hard to get into the show. Yeah. I think it was not because of it. It was a weird idea. I think it was just too many people, but I will tell you, after last week's episode, I'm actually excited to see the next one. And I feel like that is doing its job. That is showing that this can work with the present structure. It just needs less chefs.
Needs fewer chefs.
Slow down the pace. If they got to break it from even if they have 100, if they break it down to like 3 episodes to weed out, so we get to know the chefs, we get to root for them. They're not trying to ramrod them through the cattle shoot to see who makes it. I mean, if you want us to bond with these people that might be competing in the future, then we have to be able to identify with them.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's I feel like the one thing that I really am liking, besides obviously seeing why Terry Crews is the host, seeing Nick, I felt like Nick really came out of his shell on this episode for me personally. Whereas before I felt it was more, and I mean, I'm a fan of Nick, so don't I'm not hating on him or anything, but I felt like it was more robotic and more kind of like, I'm being a host or, a judge. I need to be kind of demure. And I felt like this time it was very like, it's okay that he was a little rough. You know what I mean? And just like a little bit more raw and real. And I liked that.
Well, I think judging next to Alice would make anybody a little unnerved because she's
Iron Chef. Like
she's the Iron Chef.
She's the queen of competition cooking.
Yeah. Between her and Antonia, it's like stay out of their way because they will roll and go. And also, I mean, both of you know, when you're doing something like what we're doing, or when I'm doing the cooking videos, when I first started doing them in 2020, it was, looking back, they're painful to me, but also they weren't that bad. They weren't that good, but they're relatable. And talking to the camera, breaking
It's
that
hard,
fourth wall.
guys. It's not
It's
just
hard
easy.
to
Like,
cook and talk at the same time. I mean, I'd be one of like, if they're over my shoulder, I'd be like, go away because I'm busy. But it's, it's harder to do cooking and talking about what you're doing than people realize.
Yeah.
I mean, I loathe short form videos. I've learned how to do them for the cooking class on campus. I loathe them. I'd rather just talk to the screen like I'm explaining to my kid how to do this. So,
and also it's like, I think it's if people make it look easy, they don't understand how it's hard. And another, and what I mean by that is it's like, because we've done this for 6 years now, guys. It's like, we have different, obviously we all have different strengths, but it's like, it's taken us 6 years, to get this kind of rhythm. And I feel like because it looks easy and it looks very like conversational, I think a lot of people can say like, I could do that. I mean, and it's the same with what you're describing with cooking and talking, because everyone thinks, oh, well, I can cook. That's easy. And I can talk. That's easy. But it's like when you put those two together and you add a camera and you add a microphone and you add pressure of money and you add all of these different like things, it's a whole new beast,
I mean, I'm at work and I still have, my reference materials here
thank God
for
you had
basic
that, right?
things. I have probably 3 or 4 different books just to reference for this show, and I have a duplicate at home.
Yeah.
Don't tell my husband. So I can reference the things as I go. Oh, I'm sure he's figured it out because I have, probably 15 bookshelves of cookbooks and many more stacks. But
But and also, with this show in particular, you guys are so prepared. You never know what I'm going to ask you. Like, I could ask you something completely out of the wall, and it's like I know if I asked you something crazy, both of you would have had an answer regardless, because it's like you guys take the time to prepare, and I feel like it's something that a lot of people take advantage, or not advantage of, or like they take for granted. Like it was just easy, and it's not. And I feel like what I appreciate about us is basically because we are taking this so seriously and we are giving all of these new shows a chance. It's interesting, and it's, I like that they take us serious as well. If that makes sense.
Well,
So I
and
hope that makes sense.
I watch these episodes like anywhere from 2 to 4 times.
Yeah.
So
I only got to watch this one once. I was disappointed because I didn't have internet. You watched it how many times?
I watch each of these episodes at least 2 to 4 times.
And Matt, you're the same way, right? Like I know.
Whenever we watch, Marissa will hand me the TiVo remote and say, "Go back and rewind when you need to for your notes." Or whenever we're watching, she goes, should we watch 100 Cooks then? I'm like, sure. And she goes, get your clipboard. You need to take your notes.
I watch once just to enjoy it, and then I go back and start breaking it down.
And that's what I love about it. It's like, again, I know that you guys are always going to be prepared and you'll always have, the backs on this. And I think it's so amazing. Okay. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see if he takes the money, but we have to talk about 2 seconds because it's tonight, right?
Pitmasters.
Pitmasters.
What do we know about the show? Do we know anything? Is it already aired? Did I miss it? It
starts tonight.
Okay.
It's airing in
1, 2,
5
3,
minutes.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 teams or 9 pairs, it looks like.
Pairs.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to research them, but I did save it so I can go back and source it out. And there's 4 judges.
Yes.
And do we know them yet or not yet?
The judges are Andrew Zimmern, Jess Pryles, Mo Kaysen. I've seen him before on something, I can't remember. I think he was a competitor maybe at one point. And then Ernest really Cervantes with an S.
Okay, so we're going to have to do a research. Okay.
Yeah, okay, that's where I've seen Mo. He was on Chopped Grill Masters. So, I mean, there's going to be some good barbecue going on.
Okay, I'm just excited. I think it'll be really fun. Do we want to do dream teams for that? What do we want to do, guys? Like, do we want to?
I said we watch tonight, and then next week we figure out our dream teams.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree. I like that
like
too.
Like 2 pair.
Maybe 2, like 2 teams you like?
Pick 2 pair.
2 pairs.
Be ready to fight, because I'm going to win. I can't.
I just say that though, because
who has the best percentage?
It's not me. And if all of the chefs and then Chef JT, I can't wait for you guys to have your dream teams. Let us know who you pick as well. I'm just going to say all of my favorite chefs on 100 Cooks have gone home. Every single one. I would have been so screwed. Every single one.
Okay, so who's left? I haven't watched last night's.
I like the 44, but I think he's going to take the money and run, which is what he should.
For 40 grand, I think I would too.
Is Justin
40
still
grand,
number
I'm out the
one, or is
door.
he gone?
I think number one's gone.
Number one is gone. Justin is gone.
Yeah.
25 and 29 were my other two, and then 44.
29 is gone. 25 is still in.
Okay.
I want number 4 to go away and number 95.
Okay. You know what? I think it's going to be interesting. They're calling him the Boy Wonder, which reminds me of what is it? Oh, it's Ted Lasso, like Wonderkin. Wonderkin, is that right? Is that the right word? Wonderkin.
Barbecue sauce.
Wonderkind. Yeah.
Wunderkind.
Yes. Where it's like he's like the. I feel he's really showing his skills. I want to see how far he goes.
I want them to throw a really off the wall challenge and then have to do it.
Yeah. You know what? I don't think it's the fact that he's really good that begs you guys. I think it's like he needs to be challenged.
Yeah. He's too cocky and not in a good Brian Malarkey.
Not in a Chef Anthony way.
Yeah, I mean they have experience and age to back up what they're throwing down.
Yeah.
And this kid, I mean, he's barely older than my oldest grandchild, so there's no way he's going to have a lot of experience. So
there's
give him canned goods. Make him have to use canned goods.
That would be a really good one.
That'd be tough.
Really good.
That'd be tough.
Yeah. Okay. And 95. I know you're. I will say, I like her outfits. I understand what you're saying though, because it's like you want them focused.
She's playing to the TV. If you watch the little microfacial expressions, she's playing to the camera. She's playing to the judges. It's the food is secondary to her performance.
Okay. See, I'm gonna have to watch it again. I think I was so mad at the show that I was like ignoring.
She's irritated me from the first day.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I appreciate your honesty because it's like I know there are people that didn't like me on the show. So it's like, I understand when there's not favorites. I do think I'm not into cocky this season.
She is not my cup of tea. I'll rephrase that. How's that?
Cup of tea. I'm not into cocky this season, which I normally am into the bad boys and the bad girls. I'm not into them this time. I want the good people, the good guys to win. Although normally I'm the other way. I see what you're saying.
I want the more realistic chef to win or cook to win.
Because it's a home cook competition.
It's supposed to be a home cook competition. I want the people that,
oh, sure. This is about 100 cooks. Sorry.
Who has that experience or the knowledge from school. But that's a different class than putting, like, the Italian lady. I haven't done her background.
She was fun. Did you
Alexia
like her?
She was fun. But she comes across as...
She made the vodka sauce, right?
Yeah. She comes across as somebody that your next door neighbor you could go and have a cup of coffee with and shoot the breeze and throw something in the oven versus I've been to culinary school and I'm faking, pretending like I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. I think I understand what is bugging you. And I think I can sum it up. I think what it is because again, we have not seen the parameters of what the casting was for this show. It looks like from our perspective that some of these chefs have way more knowledge than they're letting on, and they're not. It's not fair competition. Right. Whereas this show is based on home cooks and home chefs. So I agree with you. I think that I'd rather have that level playing field.
Yeah.
I don't know. I agree. I understand what you're saying, Michelle.
How many of the content creators have said like, I started cooking right out of college to blah, 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 and to make some money. And that's making money at what you're doing. That takes you from being an amateur into a professional, even if it's not in a kitchen.
But here's my question though. That one of them, 25, 29, one of them, it might have been 7, was the one that got out of college and then he started making it looked like little tacos.
To me, little to-go plates.
To me, that is amateur because I could go down the street and get what's it called? It's Filipino.
Lumpia.
No, well, it might be that. It's like a noodle dish. It starts with the P.
Handset.
Pernil?
Pansett. Okay, so a big thing in San Antonio is like you have somebody you can go and buy like things of pansett, and like that's a thing. So to me, that's still a home cook, even if you sell it on like Facebook Marketplace.
But that's
But that's
college. So what's he doing now? He's a content creator now.
Oh, so he's making money. I see what you're saying.
So they're making money doing this on the interwebs or however they're doing it. So,
and I honestly, Michelle, I really do respect your opinion. I respect your opinion because it's like, I think you're right. I think that the aim of the show is something different than those particular
it would be
chefs.
like dropping me and Bucko against you.
Okay, let's be real. Like,
I mean, I'm self-taught. There's a whole bunch of stuff I don't know, but based on skill level, it would be like putting us against
I wouldn't have a fight. Are you kidding? Like, okay, and I'm not, and again, it's not me downplaying my skills.
It's not putting you down. It's just the experience.
It would not be fair.
Experience would take a big advantage there.
Okay, the fact that I didn't know, I've made shrimp and I didn't know that gray I didn't know how that they knew that they were raw. Does that make sense? And it's like, so things like that, you know?
Great.
And we're all technically home cooks, you know? I don't know.
There's levels to home cooks, but also Michelle's definitely right. If you're making money on doing it, you're not a home cook anymore. You're a content creator. Like, you're like making stuff and passing it out is different.
Okay.
But if you're selling things, like I see a lot of like on the baking shows, like the kids' baking shows. I started my business when I was 12, decorating cakes.
They're weirdos. The kids on the baking shows are not real people.
They're all aliens.
They're aliens.
They are aliens.
No,
yes.
they really like their skills are insane.
They're different. All those kids are different.
But they've been like selling things. Like it's one thing to say I made cookies for a bake sale versus I made a wedding cake for 300 people. Like it technically both can be done in your home kitchen. One of them exemplifies getting paid for it.
I think that that's the best way for me to kind of conceptualize what you're saying, Michelle, about like, hey, we did a movie together. He's great. Conceptualize what you're saying about having like the different levels of the home cooks. And it's like, I hope in the next season, besides the fact that they would have both you guys on it, I would hope that. I hope that they have the parameters where it's like, okay, in order to be considered a home chef, you need to have never made money off of food or only competed in one competition, or you know what I mean?
Like versus your local fair versus you're making thousands of dollars doing content.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, but is it food content that he's making the money off of, or I guess that's the difference. To me,
if you're running a YouTube channel on how to cook, you're not a home cook anymore.
Well, I'm running a YouTube channel, but I make no money off it. I just put it out there.
But you're doing it for education purposes, though. That's different.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the parameters need to be set. I think that there's, but again, the moral of the story is, I was last week we were not very
you
nice.
Prove that somebody with no cooking skills can learn to do a 3-course meal.
Which is true. I mean, it's like, guys, I was not faking. Like, I would tell you years later if I wasn't faking. Like, I proved that this show works. Like, I learned to cook.
We'll go back and watch America's Best Cook.
Yeah.
I think it's available, and it will show you where they took the cooks and they taught them, and they did the eliminations, but it was a more manageable size and flow.
Okay,
I was really sad it only lasted one season because I was like, that was my first, I want to do this. Yeah. And then they took it off the air. So
there was another thing you missed last week. Again, I wish you were here. Obviously, we're celebrating Marissa's birthday, but I think
we were in the car on the way back. I couldn't get a consistent signal to try to tap in.
It was fine. But no, I really love doing this. Okay, so we have 2 more episodes of 100 Cooks. Yes. And now that we know that Frank, that's so cool. Like one of our viewers had a friend on the show. That's cool.
We have last night's, and then next Sunday is the
finale.
The finale. Yep.
Finale. So we have 2 more episodes of work. No. So we have we have 2 more episodes. 2 more episodes.
Yesterday and next Sunday.
Yeah. And now we're gonna start Pitmasters, which I'm super stoked on this. I know. I'm excited. God help us. All right. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to say for this episode?
Yay cheese.
Nothing off the top of my head. Okay. Yay cheese.
Yay, cheese. Yay, cheese. Thank you guys so much. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.
See you, buddy.
Don't touch anything. Everyone, don't move. Don't move. We got this. Okay.